Hello students again. Today we will talk about the drawing number 2 for our first project. This is going to be orthographic drawing of device for model construction. So if you notice again we have orthographic drawing. Now it is the same basically orthographic drawing what you did in the drawing number 1. But with some modifications for model construction. Now, to understand the concept, I will show you some of the models that in the end of the first project you will be doing. So you get an idea, because the orthographic drawing that you will draw now is based on what you will do in the model. So, let me get some models. Okay. Look at, this is a model of a hot glue gun, okay? Now, let me take another one. This is of a hair dryer, okay? Now, I mentioned in the beginning that the model will be made out of cardboard and foam. Now, in these models, I will, of course, talk about the construction of this later. Now is not the time. But you need to have an idea of what the model in generally will be like, so that you can understand what to do in this drawing. So, please notice, okay, that half of the model is made out of foam. The other half is made out of sections of cardboard. Okay, this is very important. And this model too. You see half of it, this is the foam part. And then when we rotate it, look, this half is made out of sections of cardboard. These are cardboard pieces. Okay, now to construct any model in this world, we need an orthographic drawing. Without orthographic drawing, we cannot make any model. Now, we completed, you should have completed the first drawing, which is the orthographic drawing of the device, of the real device, not the model. This is the model. Now, this drawing, let me bring the example here. So if you remember, you have it on a picture also. So this is the orthographic drawing, for example, of your device. Now, you need to take this same drawing, the same one, okay? The same orthographic drawing, and you trace it on a new Fabriano. Now, you will trace only the outline. So, for example, if I put in my first drawing the front view here, the top view, the bottom view, you will take the same, but trace only the outline. Then you will have to draw it for model construction. That means one half of it will be with the foam pieces, with the cardboard pieces, and the other half will be with the foam. Now, in your drawing, the half that will be with the foam, it will show all the details, everything like in your first drawing, the same. While the other half, that will have the section pieces of the cardboard. You will have to draw these, okay? Now, this is very important to have it highly accurate, because you will follow, when you make this model, you will follow what you have in your orthographic drawing. So, for example, now the cardboard pieces, each one of them is 2 millimeter wide, 2 millimeter. The space, you see the space in between? 5 millimeter or half centimeter. So, when you make your drawing, you must pay attention to this. 2 millimeter, then 5 millimeter. 2 millimeter, 5 millimeter. And then, so with these cardboard pieces, what are you doing? You're following the shape You're following the shape of this device. From the other side, in your drawing, it should be accurate, you know, the way it was in the first drawing, with all the details, with everything. Okay. Now, this is very important because later when you make your model, you will have to know exactly how many pieces you have of this. And if you notice, each of these pieces looks different. So this is longer, this is getting more longer. So each piece is different. If you have, for example, a radius, it should be shown, okay? If it's a corner, it should be shown. Let's see the other one. So you see, the cardboard pieces here follow the shape of the real device. The foam part shows a little bit more detail because with the foam you can show in a model a little bit more details. But with the cardboard, you follow the shape, but you show the general shape only. So this is like two methods combined in one. And this is very much used in model construction. When you want to show, for example, you have made a new design, and you want to show something a little bit more quickly. The quicker part to show how, you know, just to test it. Does it fit well in your hand? Generally the look of it in 3D. So many designers would use the cardboard technique. Now the cardboard technique, in reality, you can make the whole model out of sections of cardboard, or the entire model out of foam. This is also acceptable, or half of it out of foam to show a little bit more details, and the other half, it's a little bit more rough and quick, just to complete the three-dimensional form, and for me to be able to hold it and to check it out in general, you know. But overall, this modeling technique is a little bit of the, they call it the fast modeling techniques. It's not like the highly accurate, but of course, for your exercise, I want it to be accurate, okay? Because you are still learning. So if I see badly cut, you know, cardboards, not accurate gluing of the pieces, so this will all affect your grade. You have to, this model has to be as clean and accurate as possible. Now, we need an orthographic drawing with the cardboard pieces and the foam part to know exactly how many of these we will have later. And each one of them, how it will look like. You see here at the back, how each, how this is simplified. This one is simplified into circular, you know, half circles. You see? Look at the, careful. Okay, so we need to know the number of these pieces, and we need to know each one what it will look like. Now, when we draw our drawing, the front view will be like this, okay? When you draw the top view, it will be, this here, okay, rotated from here. So this drawing will be in the top. Again, the front. Then, when you draw the bottom view, you will draw it like this, from here, okay? This side view here, like this. That side view over here, like this, okay? Let's see it with the other model, the same thing, okay? The front, you will show. Then we will see from the top the measurement of the cardboard pieces and all the details. Okay, then we will see it from the side here. We will see them from the other side, all the cardboard pieces, and then from the bottom also. Okay. So, as I said, before you start this drawing, you will copy your first orthographic drawing, just the outlines. The outlines, okay? Then, instead of drawing, all the details in this view, you will instead draw cardboard pieces. So, you will start from the start, a 2 millimeter cardboard, then space 5 millimeter, then 2 millimeter cardboard, again space 5, and so on until you finish your object. Then you will draw the top view and the other views. Now, there is something else to notice in these modules. Here in the middle, you see, you have one cardboard piece that is following the entire shape. So, because it's not advisable to, take the cardboard pieces and to glue them on the foam. So, we have the foam part. Then, in the middle, we have a cardboard piece that goes through the entire, form of the object. Then we have our other cardboard pieces that we will glue on this cardboard piece. So this cardboard piece in the middle, it's more clear here. You can see the cardboard in the middle here. It will also take 2 millimeters. It will also take 2 millimeters. So this has to be taken into consideration in the drawing, okay? Okay. On this cardboard piece in the middle, later when you construct the model, you can easily, mark the locations of each of these, so you know exactly where to glue them. So we must have this in the middle. If you work on the foam immediately, it will not be. It will be a little bit dangerous. So we need this in the middle, the cardboard. Okay. Now let us draw, an example. Let me show you an example of student work that includes the orthographic drawing of the device for module construction. Before I start, so I hope you can see. So, if you notice the front view, the side views, the top view, and the bottom view, it all includes the foam part, the line in the middle, 2 millimeter foam, and then all the other pieces that come. Okay. Okay, so let me draw something quickly, and to make sure that to go over the important things, just for you not to get confused. Okay. So let me draw again, a hot glue gun, something quickly. So of course, before you start with any drawing, make sure that you did the border, okay? You put the marks, everything, around 1.5 centimeter. So everything must be in order, so you can... now, here is not a lot of planning to do, because you copy the outline. So the same location of the front view, the top view, everything like in your first drawing. You copy it totally, the outlines. So here, you have an easier job. So you must be very careful how you complete the first orthographic drawing, because if you didn't do a good job on the first one, it will affect this, the quality of this. So if the first drawing is perfect, very good quality, when you copy it to here, also this drawing will be also in a very good start, okay? So you must be very careful with every drawing, because every drawing that comes after is in a way dependent on what you did before. Okay. Okay, this is good enough for to start. Now, this is an outline, okay? So you copy this from your first drawing, the outline, okay? The same you will do for all the other views. Okay, now, after you finish with the outlines, you will have to start to draw the drawing for the model construction. So, this part here will have included the cardboard pieces. So, you will start at the beginning, okay? At the right at the beginning. So here, let me see if I have another pen. Okay. So right from the beginning, I will draw a 2 millimeter cardboard piece. That follow exactly the height of this object. Then I will leave 5 millimeter space, 5 millimeter space, and I will draw another piece. Then I will leave, that's again 2 millimeter, then again 5 millimeter space, and another cardboard piece of 2 millimeter. 5 millimeter space, then again 5 millimeter space, and you will continue this way. So, again 5 millimeter space, again, of course I'm not drawing accurately here, okay? But you have to be very careful. So each of these pieces has to be 2 millimeter wide, and then to have 5 millimeter, in between each piece, each cardboard piece. So, you are following as much as possible the shape of the object. And this piece here, okay, no need to make it, with sections, because you see how the students make. For example, if you have a small piece like this, you can complete it out of foam and just glue it, okay? Because if you take half of it, and you want to make it out of cardboard, it's going to be so small, so, and it's not practical. So, very small pieces, you make them fully out of foam. Only the major, sections, the major shape of this object from half the side, you make with cardboard. So, any small pieces, other pieces, you leave it with foam. Okay. Now, after you put the cardboard pieces, and make sure they're very accurate, so 2 millimeter each one, and the space in between from one to the next 5 millimeter, 5 millimeter, 5 millimeter, okay? Make sure they are perfectly straight. You will be drawing with the T-square, okay, and the triangles. You must be very careful about this. Now it's time to draw the other views. But the other views you already also must have the outlines copied from the first drawing. Okay, so we just need to add the cardboard side. But I don't have it here, so I have to draw it. Okay. So if this is the outline of our top view, now we need to do what? We need to add the cardboard side and the foam side. Now I mentioned, okay, a while ago that there is a piece in the middle, okay? So first, we need to just put a line through the middle so we don't get confused, okay? Now this here, midline, you need to take 1 millimeter up and 1 millimeter down and draw 2 lines. So this here, from here to here, it should be 2 millimeter. This will be the cardboard piece that will be in the middle, okay, of the object. Okay, from this view we don't see it, okay, but from here we see it. Now, the rotation, okay, the rotation for the top view is how? Like this. That means this side here will be the cardboard pieces, the other side will be the foam. So from this side, now from each cardboard piece here, you take line up to see its location, where it's located. So the start is here at the beginning, and then 2 millimeter, you take it up, you know, and you draw it here. Only from this side. You take this piece up where it's located. It's located here. And this piece the same. And this piece the same. And this one also. You take up from the start and the finish and you draw. This piece the same. This piece up. This piece up. Then the other up. Okay. So, these cardboard pieces, from the front view, we know their sizes of each one, and when we rotate it from the top, we can see the size of these cardboard pieces also, how much they are, and exactly how are they located on the object. Okay. Now, they must be careful, perfectly aligned. The same number, so if we count them, the same and perfectly aligned. Okay? Okay, now, from this view and this view, we cannot see if this here is a corner or have a radius. We cannot see, but we will see it from the other views. So when we have the side view here, when we have the other side here, we will see that if there is radius or not. So let me draw one of the side views, for example this one. So rotate here. Again, the outline you should have copied from the first drawing, but I don't have it, so let me draw. Now, what's the width of your object? You should have it in the first drawing. If you completed that correctly, here you don't have to think about anything because it's a copy. Okay. From here to here, from here to here. here and this part, we don't see it, it's at the back. But we see if there is, how shall I say, if there is a curvature here, a radius. So if there is a radius, we have to put it. Okay. Now, again, this is our front, okay, view. Then, from here, we have it this way. So, this part here will be with the cardboard. Then we have in the middle the cardboard piece that goes throughout the shape. And from the other side will be the foam. Okay, again, we put a midline through this. Then we take 1 millimeter from this side and 1 millimeter from the other side. And we draw 2 lines. Okay. These cardboard pieces will be from this side, okay? Again, so you take from each cardboard piece where it starts, where it finishes. So this one, for example, starts from here and it finishes here. So it takes the whole piece. But from here, from the back, you will see it as flat pieces. So be careful, not as you see them here. You see how you see them from the back? So complete pieces. So this will be a one piece. A one piece. So this piece, when you turn it from the back, we see it like this. This is going to be your cut. Okay, then we see the others. For example, this piece here. Where does it start? Where does it finish? So you just put a line and a line on the finishing. It's going to be your piece. Now behind it you have this piece here that goes all the way up. This part we don't see because it's behind this part. So it's behind it, we don't see it. But we see here this one. So this one will start, continue up behind these two pieces and until, again, taking the curvature. Now sometimes you have more pieces here, but in our drawing, like for example, if I, let me make here something else. If this was the shape of the object, then I could have had space, maybe I have space to put one more piece here, okay? If I have space, just to draw a little more for you. Then in this case, sorry, this is here. So if we have another space to put this, we just improve the drawing a little bit. So if we had space, this one again, you will take the start and the finish, and it will have here and here. So this is your piece from the back. Then there is this piece behind it. Then this, whatever comes here behind, all this piece, the long one that we don't see, and this one will be this piece. There is another one exactly of this size behind it. We don't see them, okay, we don't draw. This is the mid piece, the cardboard, and this side, the foam. And this side should have all the details, like in your first orthographic. You will copy all the details. The same thing you will do in this part. You will not keep it simple, like the way it is now. You will put all the details, like in the first orthographic drawing. Okay. The other views, the same thing. So, the same thing for this view, the same thing for the bottom view. Then the naming of the views will be like in the first drawing, totally the same labels, everything in the same location. The same location, okay? You don't need to put measurements here. You don't need to tell me, for example, how much is from here to here, how much is this, how much is this, how much is this. You don't need to put, because for the measurements, we will look at your first drawing. So you don't need to repeat everything here. And again, as you can see from the examples, okay, if you notice, there is no measurements, okay, in this drawing. While in the first, okay, we had a lot of details and a lot of measurements and all of these things. Okay. Now, I will put you the pictures. I will make pictures because when I show you on the video, not everything is clear. I will put you pictures of these drawings. Again, I want to remind you, do not copy exactly what you see, because some students make mistakes. Like there is even small mistakes. Like some students, for example, did not put 2 millimeters for this, or the space is not very correct, or they made other mistakes, or the mistakes in the first drawing. Maybe mistakes with the section drawing, maybe mistakes. There is so many, things. But overall, I would say 80% the drawings that I will photograph, they are correct. So overall, they are okay. Okay, so no measurements here. Only say what view this is, okay? And you will have your box here. Now in the box, the same information like in the first drawing. Only the difference is what do you call this? You see here? Sheet number. The sheet number is number 2. And what drawing type this is? This is, in the first we put orthographic drawing of device. Here, orthographic drawing of device for module construction, okay? So the name of the drawing is different and the sheet number, that's it. Now, another thing to be careful about when you draw, just one small note for you to take into consideration. When you draw the these pieces of the cardboard, now logically, they should be drawn like this, okay? Let me draw it bigger. So straight here, straight, parallel to the border lines, and this one should be vertical, so this horizontal. Now, and the next, for example, if the next one's here, the same thing. Then if you have something else here going on, and so on. Now, some students make a mistake and they draw them in this way. Please notice, they don't draw this horizontal. They draw them like this. This to show, for example, if you have a curve, let's say, again, so if we have a curve, okay? Because sometimes we have curves. So look at this curve, for example, but these are all straight, 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 straight. Some students will draw them like this. Instead of straight, for example, here is another one. Instead of drawing them straight, the student will start drawing them in a way that they follow the curve. This is no, because when you have a flat cardboard, and you cut a piece out of it, this part will always be straight. Okay, straight, straight. You don't cut the cardboard at an angle. It's something logical, okay? But unfortunately, some students make the mistake of drawing them, the cardboard pieces, to follow the curve. No, 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 no. They will remain straight, 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 no matter the curve. So all of these, okay, they will be straight at the bottom. But we will see the curve because you have so many pieces here. So the more we have, the more smoother we will see the curve. But each piece alone, this is straight at the bottom and at the top. Okay? And any curvatures that are visible, any radiuses, they will not be visible from this view. They will be visible from these views, okay? From the other views. Look. From the side, this look straight. But when I turn it here, now we can see the curves. Oh, this is half circle. And then we can see here also the curves, the shape that follows the same shape from this side. So you will also have photos of these, you know, to just for reference. But each of your models will be different, of course, because depends on, for example, if this is a hair dryer, yours will be a different design. If you have another device, depends on your device, okay? But it's the same principle, the same method. Okay. Okay, so this will be your drawing number 2. Again, copy it from the first drawing as outlines, then made for model constructions to show the cardboard piece side and the foam side. And in the middle, the cardboard piece that divides the two sides. Okay, so this is it for now. In the next video, I will talk about drawing number 3, which is isometric drawing of this. So it's for model construction with the cardboard side and the foam side, but in isometric view. So this is drawing number 3. Thank you.